It's chocolate. Hello, Canada. My name is Karamilk, like the chocolate bar. I'm 25 years old and I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Started drag in Ottawa, Ontario, but I currently live in Toronto. I would say my signature look is definitely something a little slutty, a little bit more on the edge. Probably like my drag mother, a bra and panty. My drag mother is Kimmy Couture from season 3 of Canada's Drag Race. Karamilk is definitely known for performing. I grew up competitive dancing, so I have that really in my repertoire. You're gonna see dips, you're gonna see turns, you're gonna see me emoting, giving you everything you want.
All right, so I'm here with Karamilk from Canada's Drag Race Season 6. First of all, congratulations on making it so far in the competition. Like, what a unique way to kind of end the episode. I feel like the challenges from the monologue to rap to design, like there's so much in one. And how did that feel? What was that like for you?
It was really cool. I mean, definitely draining. So exhausted. To do four challenges in 1 week. But I think watching it, it made for such a good episode. That was such a cool way to kind of find out who the top four is going to be. Being there was so stressful. Um, but in the end, I think like watching it, I was just like so proud of myself and how I was able to manage myself in every challenge. I feel like I did well. So yeah, I'm really happy.
No, I'm good. Was there a lot of time in between, or was it just kind of like go go?
Oh, it was like go, 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 go. Yeah, no time, no sleep.
Crazy, crazy. And so for those like who aren't really familiar much with the you care about, like I know you mentioned the episode that you wanted to be an actor at some point, and I believe you do have a musical theater background. Like how did you get into Dragon? Where did Caramel come from?
Yeah, I grew up competitive dancing.
Mhm.
That was like a major part of my childhood. And then I think once I started drag, which was in 2022, it's because I started working for Ottawa Pride. And working for Ottawa Pride, I got to work with a lot of the drag queens and book them. And then they were on the show and they were like, you should try drag. And then I did it and I fell in love. And I think my dance background kind of like helped me elevate myself into the scene for sure. And yeah, here we are. Canada's Drag Race season.
Yeah. And is there anything that, while looking back at the show, was there anything that you feel that like the audiences didn't really get to see much from Caramel that you wish that we did?
Um, I would just say more of my story, more like my personality a little bit. I feel like that could also be my fault for sure. But like I think for the first half of the competition, I felt like I was a little bit more in the background, a little bit more quiet. And I was like coming up like a little sneak attack. And I think near the end of the competition, I definitely blossomed and was more out of my shell. But yeah, I think if anything, just like seeing more of me and like who I am in confessionals, I feel like that's such a good representation of myself. But yeah, I wish we get to see a little bit more of that. And there was obviously some stories that were talked about that didn't get to show on the show, but I wish people knew more about like my life and my childhood and all that.
So much in like a short amount of time, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy.
And your drag mother being Kimmy Couture, like did you feel pressure kind of going on to the show?
No, I
Not
mean,
at all. No, not at
I
all.
think I think a little bit. Obviously, like Kimmy, I think I felt the pressure. She helped me a lot, like getting ready and stuff for the show. But she was like, "Bitch, if there's one thing we know how to do, it's how to perform. So there's no way you're gonna be sent home because we lip sync. That's what we do in the House of Couture." But I think when I saw Isis as the guest judge during Snatch Game, that was a lot of pressure. And then that kind of got in my head because it was like, if I go home, well, my drag grandmother is judging. And then I ended up lip syncing with no makeup on. And then I was like, if I go home with no makeup on, well, my drag grandmother is judging. Kimmy
So
literally cut me from the family tree, baby. Like I was like, no, I need to do everything I can in my power to win this lip sync with no mug. And it worked out. Her street, baby.
that honestly, I like completely forgot about that, but that was so iconic. Your lips.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was great. What would you say was like the biggest lesson from either your help for anyone you got from House of Couture that kind of passed down to you to help you on the show?
Um, I would say just to be socially, like to be aware. I think it's like you're on TV and like sometimes you can get lost in the idea like, oh, I'm on Drag Race, like whatever. But it's like at the end of the day, it is a competition. And I
Yeah.
think you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to observe, you have to see what's happening, who's doing this, who's winning what challenge. Which is hard because you have to find the balance of like doing that, but not letting that consume you and then overthinking like, well, they won last week's challenge, which means it's this person's turn to win this week's challenge. No, you have to look at it from like a perspective, but also like take a step back and be like, they won last week's challenge. How can I move on from this. I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult. There's a lot of like mind thing,
Mental.
things. Yeah, but I think if anything, Kimmy told me she was just like, make sure you're aware and like you're fully present.
I love that. I mean, I know, I believe you also won some other titles like Ottawa's Drag Superstar, and I think Absolute Empire as well. I think I read. Would you say those wins kind of help you prepare you mentally for Drag Race?
I wouldn't say prepare me mentally, but I think they helped elevate my drag because when I won those competitions, like Ottawa Secretary Superstar, I was only 3 months into doing drag and I
Wow.
went into that competition for fun, to learn more about myself and learn more about my drag. And there was people in the competition that have been doing drag and the scene for a while. I did not expect to do as well as they did. And then when I won the competition and then I started getting reached out for bookings, I was like, wait, I can actually do drag as a living. That's a thing.
Yes.
I was like, people can pay me for it. So once that started happening, I was like, okay, I'm falling in love with it even more. I started performing more, and then it was also allowed me to like step outside of my comfort zone and come up with like concepts for my numbers and different things. So yeah, I think it prepared me in the sense of like I learned more about my drag in such a short amount of time, which I feel like elevated me so quickly to be able to do drag for 3 years and to make it on to Drag Race within that time frame. Yeah, I'm so grateful.
Yeah, and you made it all the way to, here. So it's like congrats on that.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about like more about what was your favorite runway look and why from you? Your favorite runway look.
It would definitely be my In the Shadows, the bat look.
Mm.
From episode two. Yeah, episode two. Yeah, I think it was just so outside of my comfort zone, so different. And I still get messages about that look. People from like Dragula have reached out. It's insane. So I think for me, like going to the competition, I was like, I kind of want to show different versions of myself. And to do that week two, and even the makeup, the like, I don't know. I was like, I watched it and I was like, I don't even know who that is, but it was me. So yeah, that was my favorite look. So it really pushed me outside of my box.
Love that. And who out of the cast would you say surprised you the most?
Sammy. I would say Sammy for sure.
Okay. And if you could, let's say, lip sync any other song that you didn't get to during the show, what song would that be?
Sha I don't know. I would say either Shut Up and Kiss Me
Okay, okay.
or Feel Good by Charlotte Cardon. Because I feel like Feel Good because I really studied the French for that lip sync and I
Mm.
was like, "Ah, I know it, like I'm ready and like to learn all that to not do it. I was like, whatever. But yeah, I think Feel Good by Charlotte Cardon.
Good song, good song.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, what's next for you? Like, what can fans expect that, you can share with us?
I'll be twirling. I'll be performing.
Okay.
Yes.
Love it, love
That's what
it.
I love to do. And I think now it's so exciting to be able to do it on a larger scale. To go, I mean, throughout the season, I've been able to travel across Canada, which has been so great. But to do it on bigger stages is what I'm really, really excited about. And hopefully something international comes. I would love to go international and perform. That's a dream. But yeah, I think just performing. You saw me lip sync a lot on the show, so now you'll be able to see it in person.
Killed it. Kill every single lip sync. Always killed it.
Think so.
So, we're all about going the extra mile. So, what does the extra mile mean to you?
It can mean a lot of things in different ways. I think going the extra mile is just like carrying yourself with care, which like can mean the way that you treat others. I think it's like one thing I was saying, like people watch Drag Race and they see us on the show, but they don't understand how much it takes to get there, how much money and what we go through. And I think people are commenting on things or posting things and they're not doing it with care. And I think going the extra mile is just like thinking, well, if I say something or if I do something, how would that make that person feel or how would they react? So yeah, to me, going the extra mile is just like being aware of people, reading the room, being aware of your surroundings and kind of handling yourself and doing everything with care. Because when you do that, I think that's a great step in, I don't know, like world peace.
Yeah.
um, but
Having
yeah, that's,
compassion.
that's like treat others the way that you want to be treated. I think
Yes.
it's common sense, but not a lot of people do that. So I think that's definitely, yeah.
Awesome. Well, no, thank you so much, Karamilk. I'm hoping to see you somewhere in the drag universe again in the future and or even
Uh,
you performing. Thanks so
yeah.
much. All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah.